It's
Yeah.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's
Yay.
our favorite day. It's
Hey.
our favorite day. It's
Hey.
our favorite day. It's
Hey.
our favorite day. Let's turn it up. It's Tuesday. It's
Hey. It's
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Hey, turn it up.
Tuesday.
Ah.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's our favorite day at the Connect
Hey.
Corner. Woo! I was going to try to remix, but I wasn't ready. But it's okay. I'm going to be ready next week. Hey, guys, listen, thank you so much for joining us live at the Connected Corner. It is our favorite day. I'm your girl, Tori Rose, the Connector. And as always, I am here hosting with my favorite cousin. Don't tell the other cousins I said that.
You just
Who
told
are
me.
you, honey?
Kiana B. Hey,
Kiana
y'all.
B. So now I'm going to have a favorite cousin for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I
Like,
got to be equitable in my cousin love.
like you used to have the days of the week underwear. I said I wanted some
Yes.
of them for like
Yes.
adult women.
And now I just actually, it's funny you said that. For my birthday, I wanted to buy myself something cheeky, and I found them on Amazon. So Amazon has day of the week undies for anybody who's looking to be nostalgic, who wants to feel like they're tapping into something from their childhood. So,
Right.
and they used to joke and say, if it's Saturday and you got on Tuesdays, we're looking at you sideways. But at the Connected Corner, it's always Tuesday. We are excited. This week, this month, this season. Oh, we are talking about relationships. We had an amazing guest who came on talking about speed dating and her speed dating event. We're going to have a powerful guest tonight who is going to talk about the do's and don'ts of dating. Valentine's Day was yesterday. A
Mhm.
lot of people were singing for hours and hours and hours and shrimp and lobster towers and being devoured. So we want to hear from you. If you had
Ah.
an amazing Valentine's Day, we want to hear about it. Make sure you guys are dropping your comments in the chat. If you didn't have such a good Valentine's Day, tell us why not. Give us your perspective and please be engaged and interactive with our guests tonight. Kiana, how was your week? Did you have a good week?
This week.
Well, last week,
Look,
since we
what
met
what day?
last.
When people start trying to ask me what day it is, I get stuck. What happened? The day I woke up. It's a day I did something. Like what? No.
But you're well. All
But
is
yes, yes. God is good all the time. All the time. God is good. Let the church say amen.
let the church say. And
But
hey
yeah,
there, Carly. Thanks for tuning in. And we
yeah.
love Kiana's sweater. That's a beautiful sweater.
Yeah, so I didn't know what to do with the sweater. I got the sweater a little while ago. Just I like hearts anyway, but the idea was that I thought I would get to wear it for Valentine's Day, but I didn't go anywhere yesterday or do anything. So I was like, okay, well, I'm wearing it. But the day after, this is not it's not I'm not wearing it because it's a side chick day for me. Whatever day is the day after for whoever the day after Valentine's Day is for, that is not me. I love all the time. I love hearts. So I just thought it was appropriate
It is
for tonight.
appropriate. And we're going to talk about that too, the side chick culture, which let me just tell you, when you guys come to the Connected Corner, you're going to get news and resources you can use. You even might get some, what we call Snapple facts or Tory facts, things that you might not think you can use, but guess what? They're good conversation starters. So maybe you guys didn't know. Hey, Mel, thanks for tuning in. What the day after Super Bowl. So a lot of people don't realize this. The day after Super Bowl every year is considered National Poop Day. And so the reason for that is scientists have identified that we eat so much trash during Super Bowl weekend, right? So they do a lot of uh, these runs. You can run, you can sign up for 5K marathons, 10K marathons, jumping jacks, things like that. So my family and I, we signed up for National Poop Day. You can do it right from your house. You jump and you log your jumping and you get these little tags and things like that. And the point is that the stool is collected to help researchers identify things for cancer and all of that, right? So yesterday was Valentine's Day, which was the day after the Super Bowl, which became a poopy holiday. Like it just the whole thing. So we in my household have just been laughing about, women being angry for the Super Bowl hijacking Valentine's Day weekend, National Poop Day falling on Valentine's Day. I mean, it's just been so much. But culturally, as a people, so much has changed, right? And it's all of these things. And so, I was having a conversation with in my intimate circle. And I said, I wonder why the side chicks don't celebrate the day before Valentine's Day? Like, why not they just change the culture?
Yeah.
Who said
level up a day?
level up a day? Who said the 15th was side chick day? I don't like that,
Right.
and now thank God I don't play that position, but I feel like if I did, I would say no, celebrate me the day before or the weekend after. So if any side chicks are out here professing that, listen, that's the position you play and it is okay because this is not a judgment show. We are going to learn some do's and don'ts about dating and things that maybe can help you just look at life differently. But if that's the position you playing, like, look, ain't no shame in my game. I got me somebody, he got him somebody, and this is what we do. Let us know what you guys are doing for we're going to say post Valentine's Day celebration. Is that better?
Yeah, yes. And play your position. We'll get into that. But, I have my theories. Hey, play your position. How it start, how it end. You knew what it was. Play your position.
Play your position.
And if anybody get out of their position, y'all need to have a discussion about that. But we have the guru in the house that's going to let us know if we right or wrong, what we should do, what we shouldn't do.
And before we introduce him, we want to say thank you to our sponsor and our mentor, Diamond K. You want to do that? You do it so well.
You think so?
I do.
That's because I listen. Not like that, y'all. Because people be like, y'all, did y'all hear about that?
Right.
No, not in that way. Platonically, I love Diamond K. And he's just a good brother, a good mentor to us, helping us maneuver through the media world. And so we thank him for support. If you are not following him, you should go over to Radio on Fire television. He also has his own show on the platform as well, the Diamond K Show. And for those who are, but on this East Coast, Baltimore, Atlanta, New York, all of that, we know Diamond K, for his mega club mixes. So, it's great to kind of be in this world and being mentored by someone who's been in the industry for so many years.
Most certainly. So shout out to him and On Fire Radio. And you guys know my favorite song right now. It's a club remix, God Will Do It. Won't he do it? So that's how it's become my anthem. It's a Diamond K song. You can get it on Apple Music and all of that. Download it, listen to it. It has a funky club mix beat and it has a real good meaning. And so, as Kiana said, people are going to learn how to play their positions, be in position. Personally, I am single till I'm married. And in order to be in my intimate space, you have to allow me grace in that area. Because I'm going to do me, and the whole Aquarius in me is going to do me. But okay. And if you don't like it, then put a ring on it, like Beyonce said. So let's go ahead and without further ado, let's introduce our guest. I believe he's here. Kiana, are you excited? Do you have your
I've been excited. I've been excited about this episode. I'm excited about the whole season. So just y'all know, make sure you're tuning in. You're watching. Let us know where you're watching from. You're on Facebook. Shout out you on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, tell us you're on YouTube. Let us know where, your locality, your location, DMV, West Coast, East Coast, North Coast, South. Let us know where you're watching and listening from. But I'm excited about the whole season. So make sure y'all stick with us this whole season about relationships. But tonight, tell them who we got.
Without further ado, we have the amazing Bishop, and don't get caught up because this ain't gonna be a holy roly conversation. Bishop Greg Davis, who, oh my goodness, yes, he's been in ministry for 35 years, so don't get it twisted. But for the last 8 years, Greg Davis has made a successful transition into the world of relationships, being known as an experienced and trusted voice in all things dating, marriage, and relationships. He brings with him a wealth of knowledge with over 20 years. Say that, not 5, not 10, 15, but 20 years of experience in marriage and making an impactful relationship coach to us all. This is important. I don't want someone who just got on the scene yesterday to help me with something so serious. And I value the fact that he has years of experience. He is an author. He is a guru. He is a mentor. He currently has a YouTube channel called When the Right One Comes. Make sure you guys are subscribing to him like you are subscribing to us. And we will drop his YouTube information below. Guys, listen, we want to get do's and don'ts from this guru. So put your virtual hands together as we bring to the virtual stage Bishop Greg Davis. Tell us about long-lasting relationships. Y'all, pump it up. Put your hands together. Hey there, Bishop.
Hey,
y'all.
Hey, how you?
So before I say hey to y'all, I understand it's Happy Side Chicks.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's to all the side chicks. Hey, do what you want to do.
Listen,
You want to get your day. Yeah, okay, I'm here for it. I heard you shouting them out, so I didn't want to be disrespectful.
thank you. We gotta acknowledge the peoples. And it's one of
We
those
get started
things.
already. This is I
Yeah, do
told
your
you.
thing. You know.
Listen, I
And then
played that
this
part.
single thing that you said, oh my God, you are. Oh my God, I just did a post. I mean, every time this is my second time posting this. But anyway, y'all go ahead. I mean,
Oh, we're gonna dive right in it. I,
Yeah.
I I appreciate the fact I'm honest about who and what I am. And most people don't understand that how we interact in our relationships as adults often come from whatever traumas we've dealt with as children. A lot of it just comes from the baggage we pull forward. And so I used to sign up for side chick. I listen, you got a situation, great, because that means that I only have to worry about you this many hours a week, this many hours a month, honey. I can have my fun, eat a good dinner, and send you home. And so that was who I was at one period in my life. It might have been some years ago, might have been some weeks ago. Who am I to talk about myself? But no, it wasn't. I'm joking. But I played that part because I was broken in that way. And it worked for me. And so we don't judge on the connected corner. What we're going to do is bring you news and resources you can actually use and help you be in a position where you say, listen, this is my truth, right? So, Bishop, let's jump right into it. You got a new book out. Them posts, you've been posting some things, the do's and don'ts. Before we ask you any questions, tell us first about the book. Tell us the inspiration of the book.
so first of all, thank you all for having me. You
Mhm.
guys are amazing. You guys, I mean, marketing. Yeah, y'all some marketing gurus. Um,
Thank you.
every time I saw it going up. So that's how you do it. But so this is the next. I have 3 books in the relationship area. I have 18 books, but in relationship, I have When the Right One Comes. It's all quotes. That was my first book, and then the second book was Preparing and Positioning for the Right One. Before you can even get to the dating space, you have to prepare yourself and position yourself. But then when you get to the dating space, many times we don't know what to say. We don't know how to act. We don't. I mean, we don't know what to ask. Like certain things you don't ask 30 days in. I mean, until 30 days in. The first day you should just enjoy yourself. Kind of watch more than talk. Especially ladies. Ladies, learn not to give so much information out on the first date because we'll say anything we want y'all to say if we don't mean good. If we just want to get some, we're gonna say anything. I had a friend, Broderick Rice. He's a Christian comedian, and he said, "Bishop, I tell them anything they want to know, anything they want to hear. I tell them anything they want to hear. They say you want kids. I say, yep, I want kids. They say you don't want kids. I said, nope, you don't. I don't want kids. They say you want to get married. Yep, I want to get married. They say you don't want to get married. No, I don't want to get married. Whatever they want to hear, just to get what he wants. And so ladies need to talk less, say less, and listen more. And don't believe everything you say. Believe everything. Don't believe everything they say. Believe everything they do. Don't believe everything they say, but believe everything they do. So I said, let me put together, and even the cover was designed in mind for just starting off. It's building blocks, and
Mhm.
so that's what a relationship is about. ABCs,
Woo.
in dating. So it's the guide to removing guessing and eliminating games. And I wrote the book, and then I said, well, you're gonna read the book, you need to do the work.
I love it.
So right now we offer it on the website, $10 off. It's called the bundle, or do's and don'ts dating bundle, and you just put in work bundle. But we read so many books, and all kind of books, finance, get rich, rich. Marriage is the only thing that's supposed to be a lifetime that we don't prepare for.
That's right.
We just jump into it because we just want to, for Christians, where I come from, they just want to have legal sex.
Yeah.
So they
The
get
Tell
devil
the
married.
be
truth
under the
from the
cover.
devil. Tell the truth and say,
Yeah, they
yeah.
get married.
Mm-hmm.
They get married so that they can have legal sex and won't burn and all that. And so they don't know how to date. They just rush into it. So I wanted to give a guide, and then I wanted them to do the work when they go on the dates. So that's what this is all about, and that's why I did it. There's certain things you need to ask after 90 days. There's certain things you need to say after 60 days. You need to learn how to date long distance. You need to learn how to date virtually. All that is in here. You need to know what red flags look like. You need to know what green flags look like. You need to know your um, you need to know also your boundaries. You need to set boundaries. And finally, you need to know your non-negotiables.
Woo.
It's something you just don't negotiate. And
Mm.
you also need to know that you're not going to change a person. You're not going to change a man. There are almost 8 billion people in the world, and you're going to just get one that you have to change when you can have. I believe that if you're single, get what you want.
Listen, Bishop, get out of my text messages. I could show you my phone. So I life coach. I had a previous client, I mean, really quickly touch base with me yesterday. And the message I said was, there are 8 billion people in this world.
Why?
You think you can find one? That means that you need to look up and look out, because you're obviously dipping in the wrong pool, and you're actually so big. She's a shark. Oh my gosh, she's a shark. But you
They're
playing with
waiting
your.
for them to show up in their garage and knock on their door.
Listen, let me
Like,
tell you.
suppose
Now,
it's
wait a minute, because I had a very nice UPS man. Anyway, let's not derail the conversation.
that's different. That's
That,
different.
that's a little bit different.
A
Like,
little bit different. God sent him
okay.
express mail. Okay. Anywho, listen, I love what you're saying. We are going to drop the links to the book. I'm actually going to buy the book myself. I think that there's some alignment with some of the things that I'm even coaching my clients and talking to my siblings and different people about. But what we're dying to know is, why are relationships so hard to maintain and keep? It sounds like you said because people don't want to do the work, but work is hard. So give us something else. Give us something easier.
Why are they so hard to keep? I'm sorry to say, because we don't work at them. We easily give up. Everybody needs to look at the article that CNN posted yesterday. CNN posted for Valentine's Day a very dark article about relationships. And you can go there and just look at yesterday's articles. We talked about it on Clubhouse. And so, believe it or not, less people are getting married than 10 years ago, like 20% less. Um, People that are married, 20 something, 26%, I believe it is, are having sex once a month. Once a month. And this is from age 18 to 50s.
Yeah, that marriage won't end. So.
Yeah, they having sex once a month, and people are not getting married, and people don't want to even live with each other. This is an article that came up Pew Research, along with some other factors. We are in trouble because people are just tired. There is pee in the dating pool. Okay, I tell anybody, if you can make your marriage work, make it work. All right. If you can make it work, I never forget. Um, I was going through my divorce. I was married 20 years, and we didn't cheat on each other with a man or a woman. We grew apart because of, in my field, ministry, building churches, organizations, people, having kids. I was on the road 200-300 times a year preaching, and then I got this show on the Word Network called Rejoice in the Word, and it just took me away because I had to fly from the East Coast to the Midwest every week to do the show. And we sat down after 20 years and we grew apart. And after that, I called a friend of mine. He had just went through a divorce prior to in the church. Um, Actually, I'll say his name now because it's, Pastor Jamal Brown. I called him. I said, man, I think we're getting a divorce. He said, man, if you can make it work, stay. But there was nothing there. We were good friends. But friendship is not enough. There's a lot of people living together. I mean, hell, if I want a friend, I just get a friend. But when there's so much going on, so if you can make it work, Kiana, if you can make it work, Tori, if you can make it work, make it work. But if it's beyond repair, and here's when it's beyond repair: if you can't get the joy back, if you're miserable, I don't advise anybody to stay in anything that they're miserable. All right. And so if you can make it work, but back to your original question, the bottom line is, Even your relationship, to do this, it takes work. Somebody got to work. And watch this. I don't even have to know either one of you all. Both of you have different strengths. You play off of each other's strengths. That's what a relationship is about. I may not have everything. She may not have everything. But we play off of each other's strengths. And you cannot have an insecure person that you're married to or with. And so, yeah, it takes work. It takes commitment. It takes loyalty. And it takes love. And it takes good sex too. Whatever you call good sex.
Well, I mean, we 20 minutes in.
You took the words. I was gonna say we can end the show right there.
We 20 minutes in.
They want to do it in a prayer circle.
Conversations. And then when he said my name, I was like, Bishop, not here. We're not gonna do that. Wait, after the backstage, you can do that, right? I got real. You see my face. I don't know. I got real nervous. Like, wait a minute, what? I got real nervous. So I mean, that was, for everybody. And hey, you guys, this is a great conversation. This is something we all need. Call your girlfriend, send a link, a text, a pigeon, something. Let them know they need to get on here. Tonight, because the cousin chats and all this groups and little homegirls, my Chica group on. Y'all get on here, because y'all be asking me all these questions. So get on here tonight and hear what we're talking about. But a lot of what you're saying in that article, we definitely want to go back and read that article and even drop it in the comments for you guys. But that change that, the article is talking about, do you think COVID played a part in that? Do you think COVID relationships?
It said it didn't.
Oh, okay.
It said it didn't. They covered that. It said it didn't. It was before COVID.
Wow.
It's like over the last 10 years, and it's getting worse. And I don't know if we realize that divorce is like 40% for sure the first time you get married. And if you get married the second time, it is, what did they tell me? My statistics, actually I have it in the book. It goes to 60% if you get married again, chances of not making it. And then if you marry a third time, it's 75% against you.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was going to ask. Well, I'm first second. What about the third?
Third is 75.
Okay.
Second is 60.
Well, that answers my question. You got me straight. I'm good. I'm confirmed. Yeah, anybody else got a question? Y'all better drop your questions there, because Kiana.
I'm sharing the broadcast now too, by the way.
Yes. And so, guys, listen, if you're not following us on the Connected Corner, go ahead to YouTube and make sure you are following us on the Connected Corner. Please make sure you're also connecting with Bishop Greg Davis. I know some people hear Bishop and think we in here. I mean, we did just talk about getting married to throw it in a prayer circle. But listen, this is real conversation. And we really want to know. And so, Bishop, as I have said, and anybody who dates me, even in my serious relationships, they understand that I subscribe to I am single until I'm married. Is it wrong to date multiple people? What does that look like? And this new polyamorous community, or this thought of polyamory, is that just a justification to cheat? Explain that.
Can I read this? What I posted? It's probably one of my most liked posts. So let me find it. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't care what y'all do together. If you don't do marriage, you're single. Having sex equals single. Vacation equals single. In a relationship equals single. Engage equals single. Netflix and chill equals single. Living together equals single. Got kids together equals single. Huh? Friends with benefits equals single. You are single until you are married. How do you file your taxes, baby?
I was going to say that. So, Kiana.
Go ahead, a household.
Head of household. So, Kiana.
No, let me say.
They know the story. Kiana used to be my tax preparer, but I was unteachable in the moment. I was just, making a lot of money. So she kicked me out, right? Family or not, she kicked me out. She said, no, you got to go find another accountant. Okay, great. I clicked single, but that's how we were raised. What is your marital status in the IRS? That is your status. And so, do you think that polyamory is a real thing, or is that an excuse for people to be out here just
Well,
doing them?
I'm not. I have a guy that's a part of our team who lives that life and talks about it. But let me say this: uh, I believe in this about dating. Dating is data. You're collecting data from a person. I started using that, and it's all around the place now. But dating is data. You collect data. Here's what I feel about multiple. Date them all, sis. Okay, understand what dating is. Dating is data. As long as you don't commit to somebody, if you don't commit to somebody, then you're safe. But if you're committed to somebody, when you commit to somebody, you are exclusively getting data from them. All right? You're still getting data, but now you are exclusively getting data because dating is data. This is my belief. Okay. So you can date more than one person. Dating, not in a relationship. All right. I have to emphasize that before they start sending me nasty letters. You're dating more than one person. I'm just openly saying it. It's people that have been doing it. You're dating more than one person. So that's what I believe. Now, when you cross over to saying, what is this? Then you're exclusive. If you're not ready to be exclusive, then keep on getting data. Now, be respectful enough to say, I'm going to move on. We're just not going to work. Don't ghost the person. Okay. And those of you that are being told that you didn't make the cut, you knew that you were in a contest. So you were not rejected because you were foretold. Okay. You were not rejected. You were foretold what this was. So don't use that excuse. So I just want to say that.
Well, thank you for that word. I don't profess. I let Tori keep her mantras. The I'm single till I'm married, but I definitely am a proponent of dating, and I know that um sometimes even in our culture, honestly, Black and brown people, that we didn't know dating was not something I was actually I learned how to do. It was just like you said, when you grow up in church world, and you grow up in certain environments, certain family culture value, it was just like you find somebody, you get them, and you get married, and it was never this conversation about how to even get to the marriage, except for teaching you what you were supposed to be as a woman, right? And what values or things you needed to have, or skills you needed to have. Like, I was taught all the skills that I was needed to have, but then you just threw me out there, right? So then how and what do I do with all these skills I have, and who gets them and who don't? And and so I think a lot of times not teaching that is why we have those bumps along the road. And as we say, kind of have some of these failed relationships. So if you're a person and you have had several failed relationships, it could be because we didn't have you, guru, and we didn't have this information. But does that then make you a failure? Because you'll have people say, oh, I give up, it must be me. I can't seem to keep a relationship longer than 2 months, 2 years, or whatever. Does that then make you a failure at relationships?
No. I don't think that makes you a failure at all. Because relationships are lessons. I believe a relationship is a failed relationship is a lesson. So here's what I tell people to do. If the relationship didn't work, figure out what you did wrong. See, I know what I did wrong in my 20 years of marriage. Okay. I allowed us to get out of balance. Okay, that's my part. No matter what I feel she did wrong, and it wasn't a whole lot, but I allowed us. And then you need to write down what you feel they did wrong, because you shouldn't want that kind of person again. We tend to attract the same people over again. You know why we attract the same people over again? It's because the attraction is not in them. We're attracting who we are in them. So I write down what I did wrong, what they did wrong, and then what I want going forward. What did you learn from it? Yeah, what did you learn from the relationship? And so I don't think there's any bad relationships. Here's what I think, though, Kiana. I think we make bad choices. Yeah, we make bad choices, and because people stay single so long, when they make those bad choices, they want to rush through it.
Oh yeah, it's like a race, like rush to the
Yeah,
finish, rush to the
yeah.
finish, rush to the finish. And I dated someone
Excuse me.
who had been single for 15 years. And he wasn't a very old person, right? You know, you say, well, 15 years if he was 55, then that makes sense. But when you're 35, right? 15
Uh-huh.
years was bless you, was the majority of his adult life. And he came to me, I'm gonna say he came to me, right? Like that way, like he came to me at a time when he wanted to be in a relationship. He was open for something new, but he had been on his own for so long that he couldn't even conceptualize some of these things. And so we ended amicably. I don't believe in bad breakups, like you said. It's you collect the data. Either this thing is going to work or isn't going to work. Man, we tried some new restaurants. We went to some new places. We ate some food I had never had before. Some food I can't even pronounce.
Mhm.
So you take it for what it is. But I remember we had a conversation about what is it called? Like unconditional love, when you love someone unconditionally. And I explained to him that where I am in my life, right? It's God, it's my family, I'm sorry, it's God, then me, my family, then my business, right? And at times my business and my family kind of flip-flop. Sometimes my business is over my family, and sometimes it's the other way around. So it kind of led to this very interesting outlook of he doesn't love anyone or anything, never have, more than he's loved himself. And so I want to ask you, just to give us a little insight. Do you think you should love yourself more, less, or equal to your partner, that person you've said yes to, not the data collection, but that person you've settled down with? What does that look like? And is this idea of unconditional love, is that a real thing?
So there's a lot to unpack in there. I just had this conversation with a friend earlier. I don't want anybody that's more into me than they are into themselves. Don't lose you to gain me. Yeah, I don't want. We gonna go together. This person was sharing with me that in their last relationship that they lost themselves. They start pushing that and let me say this, no disrespect, but women do it faster. Women will, because that's the nurturer in women. They will lose themselves faster to push their man, and then later on have regrets and be bitter about them losing themselves. So I think that to thine own self be true. Love you first. No one can love you until you love you. The way you feel about yourself is a reflection of what they're going to do, what they love. I treat you how you treat yourself. If you don't respect you, then I don't respect you. So you have to love yourself more.
Than anything. Yeah.
Listen, I just wanted to explain to the audience, when y'all see us looking down, we are taking notes. If you guys are not taking notes, you're going to miss out, because this is so deep,
Yeah.
so enriching. And to Kiana's point, I have a 13-year-old son that I called in here, like, get in here and listen to this. Because at 13, he's learning to date, right? No
Mhm.
one ever said to me, you don't have to be someone's full-time girlfriend at 15. And that was what Kiana was trying to say. We learned, don't be out here all promiscuous. You find yourself a nice boy and you deal with whatever. And so the best years of your life, you're dealing with whatever, because you want to be seen as consistent with one person and not promiscuous and all this stuff. So if y'all not writing notes, you're doing yourself a disservice.
He
And
has no business being with just one person at 13 years old.
well, he ain't gonna be with.
No, what I'm saying, even considering one person, like
Exactly.
somebody said to me earlier, they're in their early 20s, don't have themselves together, nothing, talking about, I'm ready to settle down and be married. No, you're not. And I mean, like, no, you're giving it. But people, I let people think they know more than what they know.
Right.
So but at the end of the day, I just think that everybody is in a rush to be with somebody and don't even know themselves. Learn
Mm,
yourself. You're not even supposed to love your children more than you love yourself.
mm, okay.
People make so many sacrifices for their children, and this is why you have all this bitterness and regret later on because nobody's ever told them this. It's like even when a man and a woman has a child, the woman is out of order when she cleaves to the child more, and a lot of marriages make a turn for the worse
Mm-hmm.
once they have a child because the woman don't know how to then. I mean, I understand this is something great that just have come out of it. I don't understand the bond.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that we've been off balance. Like where I grew up in church, it wasn't what you just said. It was God first, the church first. This is how I was raised. This is how I pastored in my early days because I didn't have any doggone sense. But it's about God first. Your family, you, your family, the children,
Mm-hmm.
and then work. You know what I'm saying? Because what I found out, people are gonna do whatever they want to do. So yeah, you to thine own self be true. Work on you. Like while you single right now, all of you that just almost slit your wrist yesterday, because you didn't have nobody, you should have been a table for one. I gave away 2 giveaways to 2 women to take themselves out to dinner to Ruth Chris. It was a contest. It was called Table for One contest. And then on Clubhouse, that was on IG. On Clubhouse, our team gave about $1,500 worth of gift cards to women and men who were single. On my show last night, When the Right One Comes, Men's Channel, I didn't take off on none of my platforms yesterday because there are people like me, and we had a record high people on our men's show and in Clubhouse yesterday because there are people like me who don't have anybody. Successful, but don't have nobody because we just ain't willing to settle. And I had people tell me all the time, you could be with somebody, Bishop. I could. My DMs are full. My DMs and inboxes and messenger and all that. Uh, Facebook is just it takes me hours to go through all the messages. Not all of them are women that's, but you look good. Ooh, that look good on you. Ooh, I like what you just said. Whether it's subtle or whatever. So I don't have to be single. I'm just not willing to make the same mistakes again. Single does not being single don't mean that I don't talk to people. I might have one warming up right now. You don't know. But I'm just saying, you know, but while I am single, I'm working on continuing to build the empire. And that's what y'all need to do. Those that are watching this now or later, work on your empire instead of crying. Because let me tell you something. When you increase your value on your empire, you increase your reach on what you're gonna draw.
Look, that is so pivotal in saying that because a lot of times that's where we are. And I know people say as women, when a woman, had a breakup or, she didn't go from being married in a relationship to breakup because, the song, she didn't go back to school, she didn't cut her hair, all of these changes are things that you now make because what you said earlier, you now lost yourself to gain that person. And now you're finding yourself again. But we know that a lot of times if you are doing the work that you're supposed to be doing and you are walking in your purpose, whoever is going to be for you, especially for women, because I repeat this to my younger cousins, my daughter, everybody, and say a man findeth a good wife. So a lot of my girlfriends, I've, been married a couple times. And, when I went to go get married the second time, someone was like, well, I can't get nobody to ask me the first time. I said, because you're looking too hard. I ain't looking. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm out here minding my business. And so, I made the wrong choice to say yes, maybe, but still in that case, some of it is like your list is this long. And yes, we need to have standards, but at times you don't know what's your deal breaker, what you want, what you don't want. So, how are you even going to get there? And so one of the things, like we said earlier, people may not do the work and relationships are hard and they don't work. But then some people have this they got more deal breakers on their list than they have the qualities that they want in a person. So what is the best way, I guess, to really decide what are your deal breakers? And then for some people, how can you determine if it's a deal breaker or it's just trauma response?
Ooh. So if you make your deal breakers while you're healing, then your deal breakers are going to be based upon your trauma. You shouldn't set deal breakers until you are healed. You shouldn't even, you shouldn't even, we have these lists. You shouldn't even set a list, because your list is going to be built. Watch this. Your list is going to be, I'm going to have my people go back over this because I'm saying so much good stuff to post. Your list should be based on your healed place and not your wounded place. Hey, Miss Jacqueline, your list should be based upon, because if you make a list or your deal breakers immediately after you coming out of something, they're going to be from a hurt place. And that means you're just going to draw somebody else hurt. Somebody else that's, that's in the same place as you. But once you are healed, not just healed, but whole, then you can see clearly and you can work from a healed list rather than a wounded list. Yeah. Some people are working from a wounded list. I need to write some of this stuff down.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, got you. I'm gonna send you my list.
We're gonna send you the list.
Are you gonna send me my notes? Y'all got me?
Look, I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to work from a healed list. You're working
place, not a hurt place. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Your list. See, when I give you a list and I say, hey, give me your list, I can look at it and see whether or not you're working from a healed place or a wounded place. And so many people's list. That's why you keep drawing the same person. I'm sorry, over and over again, because you're not healed.
This is so good. And what you say, you can see clearly now once you not just healed, but whole. You got to be healed. But not having a passport is that's from my heal. Is that a hurt or heal place? Because that's on my list.
If a man doesn't have a passport, so let me tell you what my outlook is, and then we'll turn it over to the
man doesn't have a passport, that means he's not going anywhere. He doesn't
have
business.
Right.
See, that's so much. You ain't got a passport. Right. I done collected the data I needed.
Wow. If you don't have a passport, where you gonna take
I'm going places.
Where's he gonna take you? If your desire is to travel, I used to tell preachers this: how y'all talking about y'all going to spread the gospel and you ain't even have a passport?
It's on my list. It's on my
list. Passport. Like, hey, one of my dream trips to go with somebody is to go to Dubai. All right. So when I meet you, you should be working on your passport if I said that.
Most certainly.
I'm on my second one, Bishop. I'm on my second.
Listen, she on her second passport. She just got it renewed. Okay, we about to match make. Bishop, let's talk about it. So anyway, we'll pull it together. We had that conversation offline because you people know. So listen, Bishop, I love that. And I've said to Kiana before, is it that he don't have a passport, or like did it expire and he in between? Because COVID didn't put a extended wait on.
No, COVID gives you enough time to get things that you didn't have
in order. I agree.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done things that I had put on hold. I've done them.
I love it. Oh,
in the last 2 years.
Because this was the break we all prayed for. I don't care what nobody say. And I said that we prayed for this. So, guys, if you're not following us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, please make sure you are getting connected to the Connected Corner. Go back.
Okay, hold on. Because when you come for me, when you send for me, I'm gonna come. He can get a passport after he met. Before you, he may not have been interested in traveling.
Diamond K. Okay.
That means he's not a traveler. And if she wants a traveler, she can't make him a traveler. He should already come with some stamps on the passport. I disagree with you, my man. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's no excuse. We shouldn't make somebody to be what we want them to be. They should already be that. she want a traveler, and he may not be interested in traveling, then he's not interested in traveling now because he would have already done it. And he should be leading her to the places that she want to go, not her telling him. Thank
Ooh,
you.
listen,
Okay.
bring him on. If he is able to come on stage, bring him on stage. That'll be a good. We need to have this, Bishop. We're gonna bring you back. We're gonna bring some men to the stage because this is the thing, and I love both perspectives. Right? There are some men that's willing to, let me say, step up to the bar, but women have gotten so conditioned.
But I disagree with that. I disagree with that,
Well,
though.
hear me out. Let me finish my statement.
Go ahead.
Women have gotten so conditioned trying to set the bar and hope the man can meet the bar. That is, and that's going to lead into my next question, and I'll give you an opportunity to respond. I don't want to have to keep raising men. I don't want to have to keep setting the bar and hoping you meet it to the bar. If it's sushi, I can introduce you to something different. But when we're talking about certain lifestyle, we live a traveler jet setting lifestyle. And I want someone who has the interest. The interest is already there. We can meet and match in the middle. But I think that women, from a societal standpoint, we believe we got to set the bar, teach them how to be who we want them to be. And I think that's where that perspective comes from. I want to hear what you were about to say.
I just think women, I said this to somebody earlier. It's funny we're having this conversation. You know, the brother, he can have his perspective, but I just think women settle for making somebody, again, it goes back to the 8 billion people in the world, most of them men, that you can find one that have stamps already on his passport already. Why settle for somebody? That man that haven't traveled and don't have a passport, he need to find his own kind. It's all about, yeah, everybody. It's all about
Find his tribe.
It's all about compatibility.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all about. Let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
I had the opportunity to go to Africa, paid my deposit, had a chance to go to Israel, all that. My ex-wife did not want to travel after 9/11. She really wasn't interested in world travel when I met her, but I thought that was going to change. Guess what? It never changed. So I'm not here talking about theory. Most people that are talking theory. I'm talking about what I've lived through and studied, but more so lived through. You cannot, if a person tell you they don't like to have sex, you better believe them. You're not gonna get them interested in having sex.
So let me
let me finish. And then we settle for these people, and then they do this bait and switch, and they tell you, "Oh yeah, I'll get used to it. I'll do it." And then when you say "I do," they say, "Oh, you move them in," because most of them you got to move in, though that ain't got that kind of stuff. And when you do that, then guess what? Guess what? They bait and switch you. They switch once you have them, and say, "I ain't going nowhere."
Ooh, child.
Nowhere. Yeah. And
I forgot I wasn't on mute. I almost yelled. Bishop, that runs us right into the segue to the next question.
Yeah, my brother, it's not everybody, but we're talking about those kind of people. It's not everybody, but we're talking about those people.
Do you think society has placed this pressure on us? You just said it. I mean, you laid it out. Do you think that there's a societal pressure to be in a relationship, to have that person to post on the gram, regardless if we're settling or not settling? We just happy that we're not single.
I think that's the case. I think that we rush to grab somebody because especially women, because they think the time clock is ticking. If they haven't had children or they want more children, I'm gonna hurry up and get somebody. Because I don't, and then we have pressure from family. Hey, don't you come here again to this family dinner and you ain't got nobody. What you waiting for? What's wrong with you? You're going to be an old maid. They listen to that kind of stuff. Or your kids, if you got older kids, you scared that they're getting ready to leave you. Or you tell them all these things. You can stay here. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to pay no rent just so that you have somebody in the house. So we are pressured by many, and of course the biggest one nowadays is this: Instagram, Facebook. Y'all sitting there looking at pictures of folk showing bedrooms and decorations and roses petals going down to the bathroom. You ain't seen no other person. You don't even know if they got somebody in there. You don't even know if they I told women, Don't y'all do nothing for one night that you can't get rid of for another year. You'll make it through one night. So I think there's pressure everywhere, especially women, to just have men. Just need a man. Get a man. Hey, man, over here. We auctioning off men, and we're not happy. I get so many DMs of women that settled and they're not happy. The man cheating on them, because whatever you allow will only grow. If,
Look,
if you allow him, to do stuff, then it's gonna grow. If you never behavior unchecked only grows.
amen to that.
Let me say this last piece, and then y'all whatever. It's amazing how you two could tell each other. Let's just say you're married, you could tell each other about your husband and what he doing, and then you could come to me as a coach and tell me. And my question is always to the people that's taking all this: did you talk to him? You don't need to be with nobody you can't talk to.
Or refuse to talk to you. So, I don't even know what I feel. Thank you for this free 99 information, and you guys make sure that we're going to drop the link to Bishop Greg Davis, our guest here tonight, to his book. If this information tonight and what we have learned and heard is any prelude to what we can get from him, from his platform, I mean, goodness gracious, make sure you follow, make sure you buy the books. I know I'm getting the workbook and everything. Because I think it's, part of it is we constantly have to stay in that growth place. And everything that you said in this last part of this conversation and answering Tori's question, I've either experienced, heard it, saw it, been told it, all of it, and so also like you said, that ticking clock or planner, I'm such a planner and I'm such a, these are my goals and these are things I'm going to do, is how I even end up married the first time. I was like, oh, I gotta be married by 25, and I checked it off. Don't ask me why. That was on my list, right? Or why I felt that was a goal, but it was, and I did it. And then it was like, well, why did I? So now I'm teaching my children who are now in their 20s something totally different. If you absolutely sure and you felt like you met that person, say y'all, but enjoy yourself, date, everything you were saying about that. I am teaching them because you are still learning yourself. And that's what I understood and experienced and learned from getting married in my 20s. I was still learning myself. He was definitely still learning himself and still is today. And so, just kind of thinking about that. But thank you so much for this great information. I mean, I'm telling you, it's so good. We could go into our key question, because I think, honestly, you just answered so much for us. So this is our session where I get to ask you. I'm gonna give you a break tonight. Let me see. I'm gonna do two questions. I think Bishop. I'm gonna do two questions for you, but you have 2 minutes. So this is my little timer right here. Look, we're gonna be fair. I'm gonna ask you two questions in audience. You can answer along. You Facebook and YouTube, wherever you're from. We're gonna put the questions in the chat in the comments, and you can answer as well. So drop your answers to the questions there while Bishop answers for us. So after I read the first question, I'll turn the timer over, and I'm gonna get started now. So the first question is, what are 3 things every relationship should have? What are 3 things every relationship should have?
Good communication, good understanding about finances, and good understanding about needs for sex.
Absolutely, I agree. And then the second one is, what does love mean to you?
Love means unconditional. Love means that I endure with you. Love is patient. I believe in the biblical verses of love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is putting yourself sometimes second to that person to make sure that they're all right. Love is DoorDash for lunch. I send you that. Love is texting you in the middle of the day saying, I'm thinking about you. Love is when I walk away from you and I still have you on my mind. That's some of the love. Uh-huh.
Wow. I think we good there, y'all. Y'all get that? Y'all know what love is. We got 35, 40 seconds left.
40 seconds left. Bishop, you have been amazing. We are definitely going to stay connected with you. The point of this whole show is that anybody that comes on becomes a part of our larger connected community. So please, as you continue to do things on your platform, send them to us if you want us to post and things like that. When we have opportunities to really dig into the meat and potatoes, we'll definitely invite you back. Please tell the people. I feel like this was the quickest hour we have ever
I
had.
know.
We're right on time to go watch Anthony Hamilton and Music Soul Child.
Who is my boo love? If
It
anybody
hasn't started yet. It has. They just warming up.
listen, the last time I saw him, Anthony, in person, and he says to me, we should have a baby. I said, don't tempt me with a good time. Didn't he, King? I said, don't tempt
I
me
got
with
the
a good time.
pictures.
We got the pictures.
I never posted
He
them.
puts on one of the best shows in the world. Anytime he's in Detroit, I would go. I'm kind of on lockdown doing this whole COVID thing, but
yeah. So tell us how we can find you. We've posted your Twitter, your Instagram, but we want to hear you verbally say it, and then tell us a little bit more about your show. It comes on Monday nights.
All right. So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Bishop Greg Davis. Consistent everywhere at Bishop Greg Davis. My YouTube channel is When the Right One Comes. That's where you can find the men's show and over 500 videos that I've done about relationship. They're short videos, some are long, some are lessons. And then also the men's program, When the Right One Comes, men's edition has been going on for 80 weeks as of yesterday.
Congratulations. Wow.
6 men talking women and relationship. Then I'm on TikTok at Greg Davis. My TikTok is growing. I've been on there about 4 or 5 months, and it's really growing. And Clubhouse. It's a new app. Some of you may not know, but I have a daily show there 7 days a week that I'm on Clubhouse. When the Right One Comes, I have about 17,000 people in the club. And over 30,000, over 20 some thousand people that follow me there. And it's amazing. So those are the places you can find me. And GregDavisShow.com, Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the book and the workbook. Put the code in, work bundle, get $10 off. I just want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all. And I'm inviting myself back. Had that brother on the Diamond K because I want me and him go at it. All right, we're gonna have the Greg Davis versus with Diamond K.
Oh, we're gonna set it up. It's gonna be like a ring, and we're gonna have boxing. It's gonna be dope. I've already seen the vision. Guys, I would love to just I might be a ring girl. You know, I get a little cheeky in them moments. Anyway, listen, I'm Tori Rose. Please find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Tori Rose the Connector. Kiana, how can we find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Kiana B. Jones. That's Facebook, Twitter, and all those good things. And yeah, and you can just find me grinding out here in these streets.
Out in these streets. The streets are calling my name. Anyway, listen, if the streets are calling your name, make sure you get connected to the Connected Corner where you're going to get news and resources you can actually use. It is so good to see a man, a Black man, a saved man who is also able to keep it real and give it to you in a way that you can chew it, dissect it, digest it. Thank you so much, Bishop Greg Davis, for being here with us tonight. This has been the Connected Corner. Tune in every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. For the next 7 weeks, we're talking relationships, not just these types, love and all of that good stuff. We're going to have therapists here talking about your own relationship with yourself, how to be in alignment, mind, body, and soul, relationships with your children. It's so much deeper than who you humping and thumping on. You got to get right with yourself so you can get right with others. Guys, we appreciate you. We love you guys. Continue to share, post, retweet, and make sure you guys are checking out and supporting Bishop Greg Davis. Get the book. Get $10 with the code work bundle, and then we will drop that into the chat.
Drop the code. Yeah, drop the code in the comments. Work bundle. Make sure y'all put that in there.
Awesome.
And we excited. Thank you again, Bishop. We appreciate you. Invite yourself back. Invite your whole crew back. Invite us on. We'll be there. Love talking about relationships and helping people get through that. So thank you all. This has been a great night. Remember, we continue to give you news and resources you can actually use.
Peace, guys. Be safe and God bless. Bishop, stay on for 20 seconds.